that she was willing to tell her story.
When Theresa Flores was a teenager growing up in Detroit, her life changed forever one fateful night. She got a ride home from a classmate she considered a friend.
He drugged my coke and then raped me, and I was a virgin, and so it was devastating.
The rapist took pictures of the crime. Flores says he used the photos to blackmail her into prostitution. For 2 years, she was a victim of human trafficking.
I mean, you're enslaved, but there's no physical bondage, so people have a hard time understanding it because you can't see the physical part of it always.
This robs human beings of really what is their humanity.
Mark Sulaco directs the Human Rights Program at the University of Dayton, a sponsor of the Human Trafficking Accords. One of the aims of the conference was to raise awareness of a problem Sulaco says is neglected.
Globally, sex trafficking is huge. Labor trafficking, which receives less attention, is larger still.
By bringing together social agencies and law enforcement officials, conference organizers hope to fight the problem by drawing attention to it and figuring out how to best help victims. One of the participants was the FBI. In late October, the Bureau began another nationwide crackdown on human trafficking.
They arrested dozens of pimps and freed more than 50 sex slaves, many of them children. In Ohio, the youngest was 10.
Theresa Flores says Americans believe, wrongly, that human trafficking is confined to large metropolitan areas and other countries.
They just think of it happening in other countries or girls being brought here from, Eastern Europe, places like that. They don't think of it happening to somebody that looks like me. And until they realize that it does, things are going to stay the same.
Flores has emerged as a successful advocate for victims of human trafficking. She is also a director at Gracehaven, a home for victims that will help them deal with the issues they face. When Gracehaven opens, it will only be able to support 10 women. It is one of 3 such facilities around the country. With more than 100,000 victims of human trafficking each year in the United States, Flores says more needs to be done to help women survive and return to productive lives. Kane Fairbaugh, VOA News, Dayton, Ohio.